Shifting focus then, in a big move, the Reserve Bank of India has asked banks to put in place additional arrangements for exports and import transactions in Indian rupees. The National Bank did so in view of increasing interest of the global trading community in the domestic currency.
In a big move towards the dual goals of supporting India's exports and also promoting the internationalization of the rupee, the Reserve Bank of India has taken a big step. The RBI has put in place an additional arrangement to facilitate invoicing, payment and settlements of imports and exports in the Indian rupee. To avail this arrangement, participating banks will have to take permission from the central bank and then open so-called Vostro accounts for participating entries in both India and the country in which the import or export deal is being conducted. The additional mechanism to transact and settle international trade in rupees will reduce the dependence on the dollar and, at least in the short term, is likely to assist in dealing with countries that are currently the subject of sanctions imposed by the United States, namely Russia and Iran, from whom India imports significant quantities of oil, among much else. In its circular, the RBI cites, and I quote, the increasing interest in the global trading community in the Indian rupee as a reason for its initiative. So how would this be availed? For Indian importers, they would be able to make their payments in rupees, which would be credited to the Vostro account of the same bank in the foreign country against invoices from the overseas seller. For Indian exporters, they'll be paid for their goods and services in rupees from the balance of the special Vostro account in the foreign country. Importantly, this means the exports and imports will be denominated in rupees, and it will be the market that determines the exchange rate between the two trading countries. This mechanism would also allow Indian exporters to be paid in advance in rupees. With this move, the RBI has taken steps that could, in the short as well as long term, facilitate easier trade and also leave India less dependent on foreign exchange. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
World this morning, coming up on the other side, world number 2 Sweden all set to lock horns with Switzerland to secure an entry into the quarterfinals of the Euro Cup 2022. Mourners pay tribute to former Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who was assassinated days ago.